Good morning, everyone. I believe you all can see me live. Let me confirm it myself. Okay, yes, I'm live. Alright, let me just check if the audio and video is comfortable. Yes, I believe the audio is comfortable now. Give me a minute's time. We will start off with today's session. Today we are going to do derivatives, study material May 2021 of SFM. There are a lot of new questions which are added. In fact, last study material had around 5 to 6 questions. Now there are 25 questions. So all these new questions may be repeated conceptually, but it's good that we practice more and more. So that's how we are here to practice all those derivative study material question, friends. Alright, shall we start off? Please just confirm that the audio and video is clear. So I am taking from the institute website itself, May 2021, derivative analysis and valuation. Alright, so here we have the latest study material downloaded. Let us start off. So we have covered so far international finance and portfolio management. Now we are doing derivatives. Once it is over, we will go to mergers and acquisitions. Okay, I think these are the practical questions, correct? Yeah. Fine, friends. Can you please take question number 1? I'll give you 2 minutes time. Just read and understand the question, after which we will do it together. Alright friends, let's do it together now. Okay, so we'll start with working note number 1, basic data. Okay. Working note number 1, basic data. So they have told 6 months forward price is given as 208.18. So I'll write down point number A. 6 months forward price is 208.18 and the borrowing rate is told to be 8%. Alright. Okay, they are asking you what will be your spot price. Can you write down this in your books now? Alright friends, okay, so let's go and solve it together now. What is the duration told? I think it's given as 6 months. So if it is 8% for 1 year, can I say this will be 4% for 6 months? Am I right? Okay, now we need to find out the spot price. So I'll write down working note number 2, determination of spot price. Friends, we have already learned in my class that future price is nothing but it is the future value of spot price. And we have also learned a formula that F0 is equal to S0 into e raised to RT. Okay. So here we know the future price. What is the future price told over here? Is it turning out to be 208.18? This should be equal to S0 into e raised to 0.04. R is 8%, T is 6 months. So 8% into 6 by 12 will give you 4%. From this, can I not do a backward working and find out what is my S0? Before that, I should find out e raised to 0.04, which is a future value factor. I had given you a shortcut method to learn this, and the shortcut method is 1.04 plus 0.04 square divided by 2. Okay, so it is whatever is the rate over here. First we will do 1 plus and then we will take the square divided by 2. So I'll get the value as how much? 1.0408. Alright, can you write down till here? So we have the e raised to 0.04 value also available with us. So it's easy for us to solve it now. Can you please write down till here in your books? Good morning, Aishwarya. Please confirm if the audio video is clear. Alright friends, I believe you have put up till here in your books. So now what I'll do is I will say 208.18 is equal to S0 into 1.0408. You would get the answer of S0 as 200 rupees. Can you write down this and finish it off? Alright friends, so I believe you are done with this question. Can I go to the next one now? Okay, let's go to the next one. Thank you Aishwarya for the response. Let's go to question number 2 now. Please read through this question. They have given the current price, they have given the future price, okay, and they have told that you can borrow at 12%. Calculate the theoretical forward purchase price and explain if there is any arbitrage opportunity. Alright. So I'll write down working note number 1. Theoretical future price. We have just learned the equation F0 is equal to what? S0 into e raised to RT. Okay. So what is the spot price that is told over here? Is it turning out to be 1800 into e raised to 12% for 1 year? The duration is 6 months. So it will be 0.06. Therefore, e raised to 0.06 will be 1.06 plus 0.06 square divided by 2. So I'll get the answer as how much? 1.0618. Okay. Therefore, F0 is equal to 1800 into 1.0618. That will be 1911.24. This is the theoretical future price, which means this should be the future price. This should be the future price. Can you write down till here in your books now? Alright friends, have you all put up till here in your books? Friends, now we will check whether there is any arbitrage opportunity. Arbitrage opportunity. Okay. So friends, here we are actually having two parts. One, we have theoretical future price. Okay. This means this should be the future price, and we also have actual future price. Okay, that is the actual. Fine, let's just go and check. Now for example, it should be 1911.24. Okay, but what is the actual future price? I think I have not written it down over here. The actual future price is how much? 1950. So can I not say that actual is overvalued? It is more than what it should be. Since it is more than what it should be, very soon the price will fall down. Hence, what are we supposed to do? Hence, we are supposed to sell. Can you write down this in your books now? Alright friends, I believe you have all put up till here in your books. Okay, friends, maybe I'll explain to you this practically so that you get the practical picture of this also. You can visit moneycontrol.com. It is one of the best sites for giving you information about share market. Okay, today the BSE, NSE is shut down. Let's not bother about that. I was talking about futures, right? 1 minute. Mutual funds, commodities, forum. Let's take portfolio. It should come under portfolio. It's not coming here. Let's just take some number. Let's say Infosys. I'm just clicking on Infosys. If you look over here, today in NSE market, the spot price of Infosys is 1351. If I take BSE, the price is 1350. It will be almost the same. Little bit change will be there. Do you see futures over here? The futures is right now valued at 1350. Alright, so I'll just come here and show you. If you talk about Infosys, okay, we have an S0 over here and we are also having an F0. If you look over here, Infosys, let's take NSE or let's take BSE as the base. So if you take BSE as the base, or let's take NSE, any one is okay. The spot price is 1351. Am I right? Okay, but your future price is how much? 1350. 0. Alright. If this is the spot price, ideally speaking, this future is on what date also they will give it somewhere. Look, they have given it for 29th April. It is hardly a week left for this share. And if you look at the overall trend, let's come and check. Look, the prices are actually falling down. Okay. Right now it is at the very low where it is coming from this peak where it was earlier. Okay. So that might be one reason why the future is showing a lower price. So ideally what I can do, if 1351 is the future price, I can always do 1351 into e raised to, let us say 12% is for 1 year. Okay, that is 12 divided by 365 into 9. We are doing it only for 9 days, correct? So for 9 days it will be only 0.29%. So it will be e raised to 0.0029. Like this, maybe I will get the answer as 1352. I'm just giving an example. This should be the price, but the actual price is how much? 1350. So then I would say it is undervalued, and once you know it is undervalued, what am I supposed to do? I am supposed to buy Infosys futures. Understood? So what we are learning over here is not something which is just some theory. It is actually something what we can use in the outside share market also. I believe you are clear with this part, friends. Can you draw this chart in your books now? Alright friends, I believe you are done with this question also. Can I go to the next one now? Okay, let's take question number 3 now. Can you read through the question and understand the question? After which we will do it together. Let's write down the basic data together, friends. Working note number 1, basic data. We have the spot price as how much? Is it turning out to be 2200 as a stock index today? And they have told RF. Okay, RF is turning out to be 8% per annum. Down they have given from January, this is on 31st August. So September is the date when it will start. Assuming that the interest is continuously compounded daily, find out the future price of the contract deliverables on 31/12, that is on December. So they have given here 31st August. So after this you have got September, October, November, December. 4 months yield is given over here. Am I right? Yield is given per annum. Okay. So this is 3 per annum, 3 per annum, 4 per annum, and then it is 3 per annum. So what we will do is we'll just write down, okay, average yield for September to December, because these are the 4 months applicable to us. It will be 3, 3, 4, 3. So it will be 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3 whole divided by 3. So 6, 10, 13 divided by 4. It will turn out to be 3.25%. Can you write down till here in your books now? Have you all put up till here in your books? I'll now write down working note number 2. Okay. From this I have to find out what is going to be my theoretical future price. Alright. So let's do this now. How do I find out the theoretical future price? I will use the formula F0 is equal to S0 into e raised to R minus Y into T. Okay, because now there is yield also, dividend yield also involved. So the formula will change. So it will be 2200 into e raised to, what is the rate? 8. Am I right? So it will be 8% minus 3.25% into 4 divided by 12. I'll get the answer as 1.5833%. So that will be F0 is equal to 2200 into e raised to 0.015833. Okay. So now I need to find out what is 0.15833. I will do 1.015833 plus 0.015833 square whole divided by 2. I'll get the answer as 1.01596. Can you write down till here in your books now? So once I get this, I can get the future price. That is F0 will be equal to 2200 into 1.01596, 2235. This should be the future price. Alright friends, I believe you have all put up till here in your book. So we are done with this question also. Can I go to the next one now? Question number 4. Can you please go through question number 4 now? Alright, let's do it together. Working note number 1, basic data. So here there's a duration is given as 3 months. Duration is 3 months, okay, and the face value is given as 10 rupees. PQR future is quoting at 220 on the NSE, National Stock Exchange. So it is quoted at 220. All right, and 3 months future price quotes at 230. 1 minute, I think 220 is the spot price. Future is quoted at 230. Okay, PQR spot price turns out to be how much? 220, and the 1 month borrowing rate is given as 15%. Alright, and what is the dividend yield given over here? Dividend yield is given as 25%. They are asking you to examine any arbitrage opportunities. Can you write down the basic data in your books now? Alright friends, I believe you have all put up till here. So from this I'll write down working note number 2. Okay, theoretical future price. We know the formula, F0 is equal to S0 into E raised to R minus Y into T. So here what is the spot price? It's going to be 220 into E raised to 15% minus 25% into what is the duration mentioned over here? 3 months, is it? So into 3 divided by 12. Friends, if you observe, it turns out to be minus 2.5% into E raised to minus 0.025. Friends, now this is important. Since the yield is more than the borrowing rate, the future value will now become what? It will become the present value. So we know E raised to minus 0.025 can be found out using 1 divided by E raised to 0.025. This is similar to the logic that present value is equal to 1 divided by future value. Can you write down till here? Then I'll go to the next page. Fine friends, have you all put up till here in your books? So let us first find out E raised to 0.025 would be 1.025 plus 0.025 square divided by 2. that is equal to 1.0253125. Okay, therefore F0 will be equal to 220 into 1 divided by 1.0253125. We'll get the answer as how much? 214.56. Can you write down this in your books? Alright friends, have you all put up till here in your books now? Can I go to the next part? Alright, so now we have got the theoretical future price and we have the actual future price also. So I'll write down the next working note heading, arbitrage. Okay, there we can write down theoretical future price. We got the answer as how much? 214.56. Okay. Point number B is what? Actual future price. Tell me friends, what is the actual future price that we are getting over here? Is it turning out to be 230? Yes. So I would say, since the actual future price is overvalued, what are we supposed to do? We should sell futures. Can you write down this in your books now, friends? Friends, 1 minute. Fine friends, have you all put up till here in your books now? Alright. Friends, my answer is slightly different from the institute's answer. That is because institute has assumed that 25% is the dividend on the face value. Alright, but I have taken the assumption that 25% is dividend yield. Normally they don't give dividend rate, they normally give only dividend yield. This is the assumption that I have taken. Okay, the institute's assumption is that 25% is dividend rate. So what happens is the answer, calculations, everything will change. Alright. So now I'll just go to the last part, which is called as proof. Okay. Now friends, we are having two markets over here. One is the spot, and what is the other one? Futures, correct? So what is the action that they have told us to take now? I should sell future, correct? So I should be selling future at what price over here? 230. Okay. Here in the spot, I should buy for what price? 220. Plus, they have told that the borrowing rate is turning out to be how much percentage over here, friends? Is it turning out to be 15 percentage? Correct. So 220 into 15 percentage into 3 by 12. I think it's for 3 months. Am I right? You will get the interest amount as how much? 8.25. Correct. So 220 plus 8.25. Your ending up cost would be 228.25. But in the future market, you have sold at what price? 230. Apart from that, once you are selling over here, aren't you getting a dividend yield also coming in this space? Even if you ignore the dividend yield, you are getting 230. Here you end up paying only 228.25. What is the net difference that you get over here? Do you get the net profit even after that as 1.75? Can you write down this in your books? This can be your arbitrage gain. Friends, along with this, they have a dividend yield of 25%. So 220 into 25% dividend also they will receive apart from this profit. That will be for a duration of only 3 months. I will take over here because I believe the whole question is having a duration of 3 months. Am I right? Just confirm that. Yes, it's a 3 months duration. So 220 into 25%, 55. That's a whole year dividend. So for this period, 13.75 will be the dividend, which will again be an inflow apart from the 1.75. So I'll get the total answer as how much over here? 15.50. This will be my total profit. Friends, I have done it in a different style compared to the institute study material. Alright, there they have assumed that to be a dividend rate. I have assumed it to be a dividend yield. Okay, so that difference will be there. Don't get confused when you later on go through the study material. Alright friends, I believe you have all put up till here in your books. Can we go to the next one now? Let's go to the next question. Friends, 5 is a little tricky question. Let's do that in the end. Let's do the remaining easy questions first. Can you take question number 6 now and go through it? Let's write down the basic data. Working note 1, basic data. They have given the spot price as how much over here? 300. Point number B, RF is given as 0.8% per annum. .8% per month, is it? Sorry. Alright, a 3 months future is selling at 312. 3 months future price is turning out to be 312. Alright. Develop an arbitrage strategy and show what your riskless profit will be in 3 months. Hence, assuming that X Limited will not pay any dividend. So, there is no dividend, nothing coming over here. So, they just want you to find out the arbitrage profit. Can you write down this in your books now, friends? Alright, I'll go to the next page now. Working note number 2. Theoretical future price. Theoretical future price. Alright. In that you can write down point number A. F0 is equal to S0 into e raised to RT. So how much is S0 coming over here? 300 into e raised to 0.08, I think that is the 0.8%, is it, into 3 months. So 2.4 percentage. So e raised to 0.024 will give you your F0. Okay, the answer is 1.024288. Okay, therefore F0 would be 300 into 1.024288. That will turn out to be 307.28. Can you write down this in your books now? This should be what should be the future price. Alright friends, have you all put up till here in your books? Okay. Now I'll write down working note number 3. Okay. Arbitrage action. In that I can write down point number A. Theoretical future price. We got the answer as how much? Is it turning out to be 307.28? Okay. Point number B is going to be the actual future price. Now tell me, what is the actual future price? Is it turning out to be 312? So point number C will be status, where I would say the actual future price is overvalued, and since it is overvalued, what is the action you are supposed to take over here? I should sell futures. Can you write down this in your books now? Alright friends, have you all put up till here in your books now? Okay. Are they asking for proof over here? Develop an arbitrage and show what your profit will be. Alright, so now I'll write down working note number 4. I'll give you the proof. Again, I'll go to the two markets that we are having. The first market is a spot market and the second market is a futures market. Am I right? Okay. In the spot market, I can buy for what price? 300 rupees, correct? Okay. Plus, assume I don't have money, so I'm borrowing this and I'm going to buy in the spot. Future, I can sell at what price have we agreed to sell for? 312. What is the rate of interest we have told over here? Is it turning out to be 2.4%? Correct? We are using 2.4% continuous compounding, that is 2.4288%. So here I'll get an interest of 2.4288%. That would turn out to be 307.28. This should be my theoretical future price also, correct? But I am selling at what price? 312. So what is my arbitrage profit which I make over here? I make a profit of 4.71. Can you write down this in your books now and finish it off? Alright friends, I believe you are done with this part. Can we go to the next question now? Okay. Next question is a long question. 7, 8. Let us do 9 now. 7 and 8 are long questions. We can do that tomorrow. Okay. Let's do this question now. Everyone, can you read through this question? They want a complete hedge against the following transactions. Okay, so I'll write down working note 1, basic data. Friends, one good thing about this class would be that all the questions we will do in the same pattern. Start with basic data, understand the question and take it forward. So it becomes very easy for you from the exam perspective to score marks, because if all the questions you're doing in the same pattern, it is always easier for you to do it. So now we are talking about basic data. The shares of Wright Limited is going to go up. He has a long position on the cash market at 50 lakh rupees. Okay, so current position is, 1 minute, current position is long. Long means buy. Okay, long in the spot market for how much? 50 lakhs. Okay, they have told the beta of Wright Limited is 1.25. Okay, therefore friends, we have learned value to hedge using Nifty futures, would be 50 lakhs into 1.25. That will turn out to be how much? It will turn out to be 62.50 lakhs. So this should be the value, okay? Value of Nifty futures to be sold. We have a formula here. The formula is S0 into beta into 100%. That is the formula for the value to hedge. If you want to know the logic of this formula, friends, you just have to visit my website. I have given all the logic videos free of cost in my website. If you click on SFM, basics, bond valuation, dividend policy, if you come down, you're talking about, okay, in futures, there is a concept called as hedging using futures, okay. This one video will explain to you why I use the formula S0 into beta into 100%. Alright, fine friends, can you please write down this in your books now? Alright friends, have you all put up till here in your books? Can I go to the next part now? Okay, the share of Wrong Limited is going to depreciate. He has a short position in the cash market for 25 lakhs. So let's talk about Wrong Limited now. So I'll write down working note number 2. Analysis of Wrong Limited. Okay. Fine. He has a short position. I'll write down point number A. Current position. We'll do one thing. Previous working note we can call it basic data of Right Limited. This one we'll call it as Wrong Limited. So what is the current position we are having? Short in the cash market of 25 lakhs. Correct? Short means sell in the spot market for how many lakhs? 25 lakhs. Okay. Point number B, it is having a beta of how much? Point number 0.9. Okay. Therefore, value to go long. Friends, if you go short here, I should go long over here. In Nifty futures would be 25 lakhs into 0.90. That turns out to be 22.50 lakhs. Can you write down this in your books now? Alright friends, have you all put up till here in your books? Can I go to the last one? The share of Fair Limited is going to stagnate. He has a short position on the cash market of 20 lakhs and his beta. Okay, so we have a third company now. Working note number 3. The name is Fair Limited. So I'll write down analysis of Fair Limited. Okay. Point number A will be what? Point number A will be current position. What is the current position that he is having? Short for a value of 20 lakhs. Short in the spot market for a value of 20 lakhs. Okay. What is the beta they have told over here? Beta is 0.75. Therefore, value to go long. This is short in Nifty futures will be 20 lakhs into 0.75. That is equal to how many lakhs? That is equal to 15 lakhs. Can you write down this and finish it off, friends? We are done with this question. Alright friends, I believe we are done with this. So we are done with question number 9 also. Alright, so friends, I think it's time. Let's pack up today's session with this now. Alright, tomorrow morning we'll continue with the remaining questions of derivatives. I hope today's session was comfortable to all of you. There are some chats. I'm reading it now. I'm so sorry. Anushri, in the second problem, Institute has not considered continuous compounding. Anushri, ideally, derivative market has to be done only on continuous compounding. It should not be done on simple compounding. But your institute, some questions they are using continuous compounding. In some cases, they use simple compounding. That's actually not correct. You should always go by continuous compounding. Exam, if you go by continuous compounding, there is no way they will cut your marks. Alright. So I will do all the questions using continuous compounding. That too, you don't need to use the tables. I have given you the shortcut formula with which you can do it. I hope your doubt is clear, Anushri. I'll go to the next one. Venkayalapti Gopi. Only faculty who explains all the new sums without any financial benefits. Thank you so much, Gopi. Thanks a lot for the support. Okay, Aishwarya, you have told overpriced sell. I'm so sorry, I was not checking the comments then, because normally people doesn't comment so much. So if you keep commenting, I'll keep checking the chat box very frequently. Ram, you have completed writing it. Okay, I think I was a bit slow today, is it? Just let me know whenever I'm slow, I can increase the speed also. Please share the updated questions PDF. Jaishankar, I'm directly taking it from the institute material. So that's why I'm showing it in the material itself. You don't need a separate PDF me creating for it. These are all study material questions. So you all can definitely work it out. Alright. Yeah. Yes, Ram, I think you have given the reply for that. Jaishankar, I have already covered ICI material May 21. That's great. Jaishankar, I'm working out all the ICI material questions. So if you have already covered it, you don't need to attend these classes. These are for those who haven't done the study material questions and who are finding difficulty with the logic, so it will be easier for them to go along with my class and finish it off. Alright Ram, thank you for today's session. All of you, thank you for your listening. Have a nice time ahead. See you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Take care. Thank you. Alright Ram, I will improve the speed in that case. Okay, I'll go a little bit more faster than how I went today.